Good evening, everybody. I'm Meteorologist Joe Fitzwater. Wanted to provide a quick update on the snow situation, the winter storm setup here on this Friday evening across the region. And we're already starting to see the snow falling across parts of southern Ohio and northeastern parts of Kentucky. And I'm going to pause the radar. This is the radar currently loaded right now. And I'm going to pause this so you can see some of the snowfall totals that are already starting to show up here. Half inch toward the Lexington, Kentucky area. We've got an inch of snow being reported in the Cincinnati area, over toward the Wilmington, Ohio area as well. This is a very heavy band of snow, though, across parts of southern Ohio toward the Chillicothe area there along Route 35, back down toward the Waverly City area, there in Pike County, down toward Adams County in the Peebles area, on down toward the Maysville area where you see the rich purple into the pink color. That's some very heavy snow that's taking place there. Now, farther down to the south and east, we're still seeing rain in parts of West Virginia and eastern Kentucky, but we can look at some of the observations and see what's going on. We're down to 41 degrees in Huntington, wind gusts of 24 miles per hour, really bringing in that colder air. 47 in Charleston with a 37 mile per hour wind gust. So pretty impressive winds that are working their way through the region. Now we get into southern Ohio, 34 degrees in Athens, 32 degrees in Jackson, and 36 in Ashland, Kentucky. And so that colder air has worked its way enough to where we're starting to see that transition to snow taking place. So again, we go back to the radar and put this into motion, and you can see that snow line really working its way down to the south and east here, following my cursor, as that cold air continues to work its way into the region. And though it's still well above freezing in the Charleston area right now, we do expect that transition to be taking place here over the next 3 to 4 hours or so, probably by around 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Of course, that transition will be taking place earlier the farther west that you are. So speaking of talking about that, we can take a look at the setup here. This is what we're looking at here right now. And again, the model's doing a pretty good job of timing this out. We get to 10 o'clock, it's showing that heavy band across parts of southern Ohio, and that's where we could be seeing those snowfall rates in general around a half inch to an inch per hour briefly. That will then start to work its way down to the south and east here as we head through the evening hours. So this is at, let's see, that would be at 11 p.m., This is midnight right here. Still seeing rain in the Charleston area at midnight, but the snow is nearby. Light snow falling in the Huntington area, likely not sticking yet. But where you see those purples, that's where we're seeing that heavy snow across southern Ohio, northeastern parts of Kentucky here at midnight. We fast forward this to 1 a.m. There is that transition to snow taking place in the Charleston area, and that trend will continue to work its way over to the south and east here as we head through the early morning hours. And where you see that purple, that's where we're talking about snowfall rates in general, around a half inch to an inch per hour. And that's going to take some time to start to get that snowfall accumulation going. But once it starts accumulating, road conditions are really going to deteriorate very quickly here across the area. So again, driving Saturday morning, not going to be a lot of fun. We'll put this into motion. This is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that's heavy snow really across a lot of the area. 3 a.m., still seeing the purples here, and this is going to be a trend that continues for a few hours. This is 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. We start to see that heavy snow start to work its way down to the south and to the east of our area. And then by 7 a.m., we're just seeing some light snow activity. And then we'll start to see a slow improvement of the conditions, followed by a little bit of upslope here as we head into the afternoon. So basically if you're in the Charleston area, between probably around I'd say 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. and then over toward around 7 a.m., that's when we're going to be seeing that heavy snow falling. And basically, that's going to transition a little bit earlier, farther back to the west, so toward the Huntington area, around midnight to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Southern Ohio, we're already seeing the heavy snow, and that will continue until around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And again, we'll backtrack here, but the heaviest snow already out of the Portsmouth area by around, let's say 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But again, we're talking about 3 to 4 hours of some pretty heavy snow here across the region. That's going to cause some pretty slick travel. And we can look at some of the outputs here, looking at snow depth. The European model still giving that 3 to 4 inch area generally. The Canadian model, 2 to 3 inches. The GFS still continuing to be rather on the high side with 4 to 5 inches across most of the region. The North American model showing 3 to 4 inches. And the RAP, actually, which is a high-resolution model, showing a lot at 4 to 5 inches. One other one that I'd like to look at is the high-res. Let's see what it's showing here real quickly. This is total snowfall, so I don't really like to see that. There we go. So So we look at the high res, and it's got generally 3, 4, maybe some areas of 5 inches here across the region. So again, I still think most areas are going to be in that 2 to 4 inch range. Probably 3 to 4 inches is going to be the magic area here as far as snowfall. Are there going to be some areas that probably get close to around 5 inches? Sure, especially where that heaviest band sets up, probably right along the Ohio River. This particular band right in there, we could be seeing some areas around the 4 to 5 inch range. But in general, I think a lot of us are still going to be in that 2 to 4 inch range, which is going to be enough to cause some slick travel issues for sure here for your Saturday morning. I do think we'll see some impressively improving conditions as we head toward the afternoon on Saturday, with just a few upslope snow showers being around here. It'll be breezy, and those temperatures will be cold with temperatures in the 20s. Then as we head towards Saturday night, we'll drop down into the teens, so a freeze will be possible Saturday night into Sunday morning. So you're going to want to watch out for that. Then the weather improves really nicely. We'll have a lot calmer conditions once we get into Sunday afternoon, and temperatures will be back well above freezing with highs at least in the 40s. And by next week, I think we're talking about highs in the 70s here across the region. So that's kind of an update on what's going on here this evening. Not much has changed from our previous discussion, but just kind of wanted to update what's going on here across the tri-state. Again, send your photos over to my Facebook page. That's Joe Fitzwater, Meteorologist, or my Twitter page, which is @MeteoJoe. Appreciate everybody that sends those in. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe if you do have to be out on the roads. And again, take care and have a good one.